how to make your teen a leader in their community. I just want to give one tip today. I think for me and my personality, when I'm throwing a bunch of tips, sometimes I can get overwhelmed. I don't know where to start, and it ends up, with me just having a bunch of knowledge and not knowing what to do with it. So I just want to give you guys one tip. If you're new here, my name is Andrea Gonzalez. I am the founder of Stand Out Youth Mentoring Program. We have been mentoring youth in the North Houston area for the past 4 years. We're going into our fifth year of service. Everybody should strive for their child to be a leader. That should be, as a parent, your number one goal. As a teenager, that should be your goal. You never want to be aimlessly following other people around. You never want your child to be aimlessly following other people around. You want them to have their own identity and to be a leader who impacts everyone else around them for good. Many teens impact people around them, but teens who impact others around them for good is essentially going to multiply that effect. And before you know it, we'll see our community improve because the teens in our community who are leaders are impacting those around them for good. So, how do you make your child a leader? A leader is basically someone who, it's simply put, learns something and shares it with others. So they improve their life in some type of way, they learn something and then they share it with others and they multiply the impact. So they're not keeping what they're learning, keeping their growth, keeping um, their wisdom to themselves. When they learn something and they make a change in their life, they share it with others. That is what a leader does. And sometimes we see kids do that for uh, for the worst. We see that happen when a kid is introduced to drugs. The first step is to share that with their friends. When they're introduced to some of the wrong things, the next thing they do is introduce it to their friends. So by nature, we have that innate desire that when we experience something we think is good, whether it's good or not, if we think it's good, we want to share it with others. You try a new restaurant, um, you know, you go somewhere that you think is really fun. Our innate response is to share that with others. So kids already have that desire. Even if you're looking at your child and you think, well, he or she is not a leader. They don't share things with others. They're quiet, they're shy. I promise you, in some way, shape, or form, they're sharing something with someone, whether you're aware of it or not. You don't know everything about your kid. They're sharing something with someone, whether they found someone at school who they're similar with and they tell them about the TV show they just watched or what they ate at lunch that they thought was good. They had it for the first time. Like, have you tried those chips? They're really good. They're sharing something that they've experienced with someone. And so, if you want to make your child a leader who impacts the community around them for good, you have to teach them things and then encourage them to teach others. So, as a parent, I would encourage you, make a list of things that you want your child to know. Don't assume they're just going to know it. Oh, he's super shy. Have you showed him how to be more social? Have you given him tools and tips for his personality type on how to be more social? And start small. Don't look at your child and see a change that is needed and then you go to the extreme, right? Right now we are in the age of technology. There are so many resources online. Some people hate ChatGPT. I love it. You can get so many tips. Hey, I have a child who is socially awkward. What's a first level or beginner level um, uh, tip that you can give me to give him to start talking more? You don't want to start with the extreme. You want to start small, and then as you see him develop, then you encourage him. Okay, if you know a shy kid at your school, go to school and tell him, what you've learned and how it's helped you. And then come back and tell me, and then make it something exciting for them to do. If you have a kid who struggles with behavior issues, right? A lot of times parents think, you fuss at them, you discipline them, and then you think that that's gonna suffice. But does it? If you have a child who is behaviorally challenged and you fussed at them, you whooped them, you've done whatever you believe works for you in your parenting style, and it has become a challenge. Try creating a leader out of them by first teaching them something. So asking them like, hey, what's the most challenging thing for you? Like, what gets you in the most trouble? Have a conversation. Be friendly with them. I know a lot of parents, I don't want to be their friend, but how do kids interact with their friends? They typically interact better with their friends than they do with adults, right? So if you are having a friendly relationship with your child, you will become someone who they're more receptive to, just like they're more receptive to their friends. And so I encourage you to talk to them. Hey, where do you find the most challenge at school? Like, where do you end up getting in the most trouble? Oh, because I talk too much, and then, or I get in trouble for talking, and the teacher says something to me, and then I don't like them saying something to me, so I say something back, and then give them a tip. Okay, how about this? How about from now on, you wait for opportunities to talk in class, right? There's always an opportunity to talk or an opportunity to talk at school, the hallway, cafeteria. Try that out for a little bit and see how it works. Or when you guys are able to talk in class, like wait for the opportunities and then let them try it. It may work for them, it may not work for them. You may have to go back to the drawing board, give them a different tip. But regardless, whatever tip you give them, the next step is to encourage them to share it with their friends who also get in trouble. Because 9 times out of 10, they probably have friends who are just like them and who are experiencing the same thing they're experiencing. So encourage them, hey, okay, this working for you. Like I'm seeing progress. What about Tommy? You told me Tommy got in trouble. Tell Tommy what you've been doing. And that's how you make a leader out of your child. And your child will grow this instinct that every time he or she improves, they want to see their friends improve. And then they'll automatically notice who doesn't want to be better. And they'll choose to withdraw themselves naturally. Because if you think about how we are as people innately, when we notice someone who doesn't want to get better and we are striving to get better, it's a natural instinct to pull back. So we try to, attack the fruit first, but sometimes you got to get to that root. So I just encourage you, encourage your kids to be a leader. That's what we're doing at Standout. We are trying to make leaders who make leaders. We are teaching our kids something and then encouraging them to take it into their community and teach those around them because we don't want the work that we do at Standout to stop at Standout. If this was helpful for you, drop a comment. Let me know if you have something that would like to know, something that you've seen us do at Standout. Um, Ask. I'll be more than willing to share. If you're not familiar with us, check out our website, standoutyouth.org, our Instagram, standout.youth, our Facebook /standout mentoring. We're all over, the internet. Just type us into Google, you'll find us. And if there's something that you see that you want to know more about, drop it in the comment. We'll be more than happy to share with you. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.